say in the Eket local government as a whole, there is no entertainer from Eket aside Queen Mercy, Atan, Spartacus, and Schoolboy One that has the numbers of followers I have on social media.
Hi, ladies and gentlemen. It's another edition of Unscripted podcast, and then guess who we have here on today's program? So, Mr. Isaac Nice, welcome, sir.
It's a pleasure.
All right, so let's get to meet you, sir.
Okay, my name is Isaac Nice Uyoko, an entertainment entrepreneur, Facebook influencer, event consultant, brand ambassador, and talent manager.
Wow, all in one. Should I say 5-in-1 person? You're a great personality. It's a pleasure to have you here, sir. So I've been following you on social media, and then for a while now, I've seen the so many differences, like in the sense of entertainment, and how you've grown, like the growth in the entertainment industry, and also in terms of event management and all of that. So I want to ask, how did you just break in, to that level? Because lately I saw a post of you with some big stars in the industry. I was like, wow, this is Isaac Nice. Whoa. So I know back then when Isaac Nice was naked and different events and all of that, and with Snow Muse and all of those guys back then. But now seeing Isaac Nice with one of those big top artists there, so I was like, wow, this is what we need to act on, then could inspire others. So how did you get to that stage, sir?
Okay, the brand Isaac Nice is a brand that I'd always wanted doing entertainment from birth. So growing up, at first I studied the Eket community. Looking at Akwa Ibom very well, you know that entertainment in Akwa Ibom all started from Eket with the Pegasus, with late Dear Kelly. I studied each and every person that worked with Dear Kelly, late Danny Chooks. I understood their downfall, what stopped them from going far, and everything. So I had their history, and I now said, if I really want to do this thing, so that I will not be this person and be that person, I'm not gonna beg one politician for food. I had to re-strategize and do what they did not do from what they did. Because everybody grew, they were popular, they were famous, but they did not last long in the industry. They were no more relevant at the time. And in this industry, the moment you're not relevant, nobody wants to be with you, nobody wants to have business with you. Everybody are looking for who is on board, who is trending, who is trending at the period. So at that period I realized, no need to do this or no need to do this. Be strict, go straight to this is what this person did not do, that's why he's here. And I went exactly for that.
Okay. All right, sir. And you said a lot of things that there are some things that they did not do, and then you had to avoid those things. There are some things they did, and you saw that it wasn't in alignment with what they are supposed to do.
Not even also in line. I just realized that was what brought them down.
Okay. So can you list some of those things?
I'll give you an example. Like I was not a member of the Eket All Stars Music Award Sporadic Entertainment used to do. I was never a member. I first went for ESMA Award or Industry Night at Eden Hotel, and I didn't even have a seat. Why I beat even near the front row? I went with Blo Bassi, one Udeme Bassi. Then Blo Bassi used to be a photographer for Redeemed Christian Church of God. Okay. So I went with him, and I think I sneaked out of the house that day, and we stood at the backstage. And they sent us out of the backstage. Roy Epo, I remember Roy Epo. He sent us out of the backstage. And now I'm gonna stand at the extreme end where chairs no day. I just look. I tell myself, say, I just stop long. Let's be going. One day I'll be the event manager of this event. And as at now, since that day till now, anything Eket All Stars Music Award, ESMA, I think I choose 80% of the nominees. After a lot of nominations have come in, I'll sit down and vet the whole nomination category and choose the first 5, and then the awardees. I'm the one that counts the votes, and then put it into the envelope. I'm the one that knows who is going to sit down and who is going to hold the mic. I'm the one that said this artist cannot perform because the song is not worth for performance. But that was an event I went and they did not give me access. So that's why people say they don't give them opportunity. You don't wait for opportunity, you create opportunity.
That's great. Okay. So during this period, you've been able to. It's all about self-development. Build yourself in the secret, and then come out and present yourself again. Because the first time you came unprepared. Yeah, you just came to.
The first time I came, not as if I came unprepared. I just came to watch the event, and I saw it was great. I was like, how can this big thing happen in this Eket and I'm not part of it? A whole me that was so proudly made in Eket, and I loved Eket so much. Anything about Eket, I wish I was part of it. And then I came and I was standing there. They told me, Ajun, leave this place. This is not where you should belong.
Oh, I can imagine her experience, but seeing you now, it's a big win. Okay, so back then I used to see that you were really involved in promoting Eket's talent, mostly good talent here. Yeah, I know some of the great talents of which you were involved in their promotions and management as well. I could mention but a few, like Snow Mills and many of them, of which you were involved in their promotion. But I got to discover that, but you're not doing that again. You're not carrying.
I still carry Eket artists. The truth that maybe I'm not carrying the ones people are in Eket are expecting to see. The industry is big, it's large. You have to target this Lagos market. So I'm basically targeting the Lagos market. Now, I met Snow Mills after I won the Eket Talent Hunt done by K23, which I was invited to be the event manager and chief judge at that period.
Okay.
And then I now met him again when Sporadic and I did the Eket Rap Summit. And the boy was good. And I realized, this boy is too talented and we can't leave him here. And then I now started pushing him to Uyo. And then I think Snow Mills was the only Eket artist that started performing at Uyo shows. Where Victor Antai saw him and he was now popular in Yes I Do, and I was promoting the Yes I Do everywhere. Basically, I promoted the Yes I Do because he sang a song before that and say, I know Isaac Nice and Isaac Nice will hype it. So that's why the talent management came in and we now became roommates and everything. So I said that, but I'm still with Snow Mills, just that Snow Mills now lost his interest for music and now wants to do more of empowerment in the music industry. So he's planning to host a talent hunt, an Eket Arise talent hunt in Eket through his foundation, Enobong Edo Eket Foundation, where we'll actually pick up other talent and promote. And aside that, I'm actually managing one of the only biggest star from Eket that is trending, Schoolboy One, that works with Mackenzie Comedy. I'm still his official manager. And Schoolboy have over 708,000 followers on Facebook.
That's a good one.
And he has been hitting millions of views on his. So I still manage talent. But I won't want to go and manage a talent that is very, very lazy. Because if you manage a wrong talent, you will not have booking. And if you don't have booking, you're wasting your time in the industry.
Yeah, the work is in two places now. It is for the manager and also the artist as well. So do not leave the work for the artist, the manager alone, because you are an artist. So you are expected to also put in the work. Nice one, sir. Okay, so also over the years you've been a great visionary, and I applaud that fact, and I like the way you push it and seeing how to also inspire and also motivate the young artists and the young minds also around town. And then you brought up the event, Save the Youth Conference. So please, can you enlighten us more about Save the Youth Conference and how you were able to come up with that idea and the vision of Save the Youth Conference? What inspired you? What motivated you to start up the events?
Okay, Save the Youth Conference is an event aimed at influencing youth positively and empowering and developing some that are doing business. While I was growing, I realized because I actually went to a private school with lots of my classmates. Their parents were wealthy, and I realized life is for the wealthy because the wealth keeps on passing to their children. So it's basically inheritance. And then these ones are no gates. With no gates. Oh God, bank where they talk say they give loan, make people do business. bank no dey do am to normal citizen, common boys and girls, because they don't have what it takes to get the loan. They don't have collateral.
Okay.
So when I started Save the Youth, I started Save the Youth with the first idea of anytime I'm with my clique of friends, it's always let's go smoke, let's go do this, let's go do that. Nobody's talking about the future. That's because maybe their parents has kept a lot for them to inherit. And I said, no, let me make people understand that Nigeria is not like that. And I brought up the idea, Save the Youth Conference. The same Snow Mills was in the hotel room when I brought up this idea. We now said, how are we going to do it? How would we even start an event like this? Instantly, the first idea we had was, let's take it to a pastor, because then we were always, me coming out from Apostolic Church, I create drama group for Royal Ukwa, do everything, Carol night, and Snow was also a church boy. So we believe, the moment you take it to a church, they will like the idea and they'll support it. I took it to House of the Rock. Then House of the Rock was at Itimanic. Yeah. Okay. So my main idea, I didn't even want money from House of the Rock. All I wanted the partnership for was just the hall. And the pastor looked at me, Snow Mills and Lucy Bassey. Then Lucy Bassey was planning to relocate to Cyprus for her studies. And told us, who is your father? We now say, explain. The man now said, I think this is something you can do after 8 years. And then Snow Mills told the pastor, we go shock you. Instantly, out of anger. Because now we did not come to ask the pastor for money. We came to tell the pastor, sir, we want you to be our partner. We want to host a conference. Save the Youth Conference. And then there was no conference in our Eket. There used to be no conference. Always either. And then I was always noticed for my pool party. By the time I say pool party, the whole place is filled up. People would dash me money, send money. And I was not like, it shouldn't be always about pool party, people coming in to swim. Because my idea of pool party was meet and greet. The people's idea of pool party was, I go see babe. Isaac Nice get contact. Isaac Nice get any cars plenty, connections plenty, babes go japa. But that wasn't my idea. My idea is, let us meet and greet so I will not leave Eket. So at that period, we left the pastor's place and I said, And I actually wanted letting go the Save the Youth Conference. Right. My mind was now like, why will you let go this thing? Try another place. At that same period, I started discussing with friends. And then one of my Eneka then, Princess P, said, okay, that told me it's a nice idea. But that nice idea she not actually put in money yet though. And finally, I did the first ever Save the Youth Conference. I brought in Okon Lagos. Wow. I brought in Moses Armstrong. And then Moses Armstrong was hot. I think Moses Armstrong told me, Moses Armstrong was the first person that gave me a tax. If they are below 200 in that place, I will not come inside. I was not like, And you know when somebody is not charging you to come and the person has given you a task. And before people accepted coming, I had already printed my flyer and started my publicity. So their pictures were not in my flyer. Okay. So I started telling Eket people, Okon Lagos is coming for Save the Youth Conference. One of my friends told me, you like dreaming. I remember Sama telling me, Isaac, you like dreaming. And I told Hype Man Handsome, then it was MC Handsome, that Moses Armstrong is coming for this Save the Youth Conference. Moses Armstrong was laughing at me and say, it is a day like that to bring celebrity come your event. And luckily for me, I had stars at the event. I had Moses Armstrong, Okon Lagos, Utanga Kwaibum, Godfather, Esiendus. I had a lot of people coming for the event, and then the event hall was filled up. And at the end of the day, people now started saying, they like the event. And even my own friend that used to do event for Sporadic, when I tell about the idea of Save the Youth, Sporadic told me I never save myself, finish now, youth I won't go save. And he thought I left his house because I just stepped out of his house after I told you about the event. He said, now we go, we day. Pali, we day. So I just stepped out. I said, okay, now no problem, let me go. I forgot something on my way coming back. He said, Isaac Nice, so I never save myself, finish now, youth I won't come save. So that's how it happened. The second edition, I still did not give up. I pushed. It got bigger. Then the deputy governor was supposed to be was a senator candidate for the PDP. So she was contesting for election to become Eket's senator for Eket Central District.
Okay.
So she came in, she put effort. It got viral. The next thing I did free jam form for a lot of students, did free skill acquisition, we did the business pitch. I gave out 200,000 to the winner, 100,000 to the second runner. And those people use the money and invest. And before I know, like that, by the grace of God, I'm proud to say the first lady delegate of Akwa Ibom State knows about the event and she has attended the event in person. So, and then I'm proud to say at least Save the Youth Conference has given over 15 people money to expand their business. Even Wise Man, the popular creative director, has received grants from Save the Youth Conference to develop his business.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so how were you able to get all those people to be in attendance?
Basically, I'm an influencer, and in life, it is how you relate with your colleagues can actually make them come over. So, through my Facebook influence and everything, I was able to influence the event to get sponsors and influence other people to show interest. And when you have a good brand, once you have a good content and you sell it, people would show interest. So it depends on how you meet them and how you sell your business to them, how you pitch your business to them. So when I pitched Save the Youth Conference to them, they showed interest about it and they were able to be part of it.
That's a great one. And also the sponsorship. How do you? Is it your personal money that you use in running the events, or you get sponsors? And if you get sponsors, how do you get the sponsors?
Now, a lot of people say there's no sponsor in Akwa Ibom State. That's why I know that's the main reason why you're asking the question. There are sponsors in Akwa Ibom State, but the truth is that you don't know the sponsor, or maybe you are not able to market your event for who want to sponsor to see reasons to sponsor the event. So when I promote my events, people realize, this is something they would love to do. This is something they would love to be part of. I think I've had, after every Save the Youth Conference, people chat me up and say, please, what is this event really about? I would love to be a sponsor for your next edition.
Wow.
So if I want to do Save the Youth now, I have somebody that is willing to sponsor for Save the Youth Conference 2025. I have somebody that is willing to sponsor for Save the Youth Conference 2026. But the problem is always the stress. Save the Youth Conference is the only event that stresses me when I want to do it.
Okay.
Because now, the youths don't want a conference. They want to party. So when you're not there, come and sit down, let me teach you. So when you actually sell a good content to anybody, even if the person does not buy the content, does not support the content, the person will introduce the content to somebody else. So automatically, when you promote, the most important thing is when you want to do an event and you know it's going to be hectic, first do a big publicity. And I can proudly say in the Eket local government as a whole, there is no entertainer from Eket aside Queen Mercy, Atang, Spartacus, and Schoolboy One that has the numbers of followers I have on social media. And now Queen Mercy Atang, we are related, we are brothers and sisters because I supported her during move into the Big Brother house. I was part of the people promoting and managing Queen Mercy Atang's social media handles and everything. Schoolboy One, I'm his talent manager. So, and now Spartacus, at least we are close. So, and then I now have my followers too. So if I publish all these things, there's no way people won't see it and show interest.
So Save the Youth has been able to help a lot of people with his grants, and so many opportunities and also promotes talent, because it's not just about giving the grant. I know that also opportunities were given to young talent to also exhibit their potentials
Yeah.
before those people, and then it's a good one. Also give them the ability to pitch their business ideas to potential customers there. I know a lot of them there, apart from getting the grants, they were able to get to meet their potential customer, those that would patronize them after the event or even in the hall. So I think Save the Youth event is one event we look up to be seeing more of it in the next coming years. So thank you very much, Mr. Isaac Nice, for sharing this moment with us. And then we believe that this has been so impactful, and then a lot of persons are looking up to for questions on the comment section. So please thank you very much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure.